Hello, and welcome to The Pool is Abstract, where we're currently rewatching and dissecting Doctor Who's spin-off series, Torchwood, episode by episode. My name is Connor, and with me is the crotchety old man that sniffs strangers' hands.
I mean, there's just no need for that.
Hello, James.
Hello.
How are you doing?
That's twice. That's the second time I've been in your podcast, and it's the second time I've been insulted straight out the bat. I'm not impressed.
This is par for the course, you know that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, right. Today,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
we watched Torchwood.
We did.
We are going to be covering Series 3,
Yep.
subtitled Children of Earth. For anyone who isn't aware, it's only 5 episodes. It's kind of a mini-series. Today, we're just doing episode 1.
Yep.
It's called Day 1, and it aired on July 6th, 2009. Think back to 2009.
We're post-Obama.
This is around Avatar, right?
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
around here.
Yeah, 2000. I was just starting high school.
Depressing.
Yeah.
I was 2 years off high school. No, 1 year off high
No,
school?
yeah, what? Yeah, I'm only a year older than you. Stop.
I forget, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You came in with your, like, carpet slippers, and I'm just like...
Birkenstocks, the very trendy shoe that's worn by the youth. Fuck you.
no youth call themselves the youth.
I know. That's what. You're withering.
Yeah, okay.
Just a year, okay, me.
Fine.
This is like, shut up.
James, this episode was written by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Russell T. Davies.
Yep.
So before we actually get into the episode, I just want to touch upon, for everyone listening, why are we doing this?
Yeah, good question.
I will tell you.
Okay.
So, obviously, this is the first time on our show, on The Pool is Abstract, that we're covering a spin-off. We've not done any Sarah Jane, we've not done any previous Torchwood. And you may be asking, why are you jumping into Series 3? Why aren't you doing Series 1 and 2?
Yeah.
And my answer for this is, James...
That's me.
That's you. For anyone who has listened to the episode yet to air, but it will by the time this has gone up. For anyone who's listened to the episode where we covered Daleks in Manhattan.
Yep. What a time. Tallulah.
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 People will be aware that you are, as you described yourself, what was it, a recovering fan?
Yeah.
So you loved Doctor Who as a kid?
Yep. Obsessed.
You watched it all the time. You had
Absolutely.
all the merch.
Yep.
You were a little freaky boy.
I was just a big old fucking nerd. Yep.
Yeah. And then something changed.
Yeah.
Something changed in you. What changed in you?
My innocence died. No, no, I'm joking. I think as I grew up, as I went through my mid-teens and onwards, my tolerance for heartfelt flim-flam kind of faded away.
Yes.
And I stopped enjoying
You fell out of love with it.
Yeah, I did. It just like...
I don't think it helps that what you don't like in the show was amped up more with the successive showrunners.
Yes.
After Russell T. Davies left and Stephen Moffat took over and then Chris Chibnall took over, the elements of the show that weren't what you liked became more of the forefront.
And I'd say this in not trying to be arsey way, but I just feel like it sums up my point quite well. It became more Marvel humor. Like, do you know what I mean? That kind of quite
like Stephen Moffat doing like, don't look at my browser history like that.
Yeah, that kind of just like, all right, the lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah,
well done.
Me and Rob spoke about this a couple of times. We said that, like, not always, they're not all like hits, don't get me wrong.
No.
But when it comes to those little like off the cuff little innuendos and little adult jokes, Russell's a lot better at them than the other two
Definitely. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not as if the others can't do it. I think it just needs the right actor to have the right level of charm to carry it through.
I can't remember.
Capaldi has some lines that are cute and entertaining.
Yeah.
But man alive, some of Matt Smith's ones are fucking rough.
Yeah. I think the way Rob described it, I can't remember which episode it was we did, but he described it as like Russell's innuendos are something that just seemed like a throwaway line as a kid, and then when you watch it when you're older and you're like, oh, okay, it's a sex joke, okay, fine. Where like Moffat's was like, nice boobies.
Yeah. It's like what's
and that's something you said off the cuff that really stuck with me because it's very true.
It's very true. What's the old like the Monty Python sketch, like the nudge, shine them all, sign them all. It's like that level of just like, we get it, all right, we get it. It's so blatantly obvious.
Yeah. Which I guess brings us neatly to the current era of Doctor Who, the RTD2 Shooty Gasworth era.
The RTD2.
That's what people call it. I'm pretty sure last time we did this, you were bamboozled by Whoniverse.
Yeah, no, I wasn't bamboozled. I fucking despised it because it's just when I say it's the Marvel-ication, God, I can't say that of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
so when you've got like the intro saying "Welcome to the Whoniverse," get in the fucking bin.
Yeah, right. My point.
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
Yeah. So. I think you've not really watched Shooty's era. You watched like his first episode, right? Like Church of Ruby Road, and then maybe a smattering of clips or something.
Yeah, you've shown me bits.
And I think
you lost me at the goblin singing.
I lost myself at the goblin singing. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Russell lost me at the goblin singing. That's not my fault. Why am I taking ownership of that?
You should carry the burden.
Yeah, I think one of your main complaints is how silly it's gotten, how camp it is, and the show's always had elements of that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of lost the ability to take itself seriously.
Yeah, it means that like case in point, when you were showing me the end of Capaldi's run.
Yeah, I showed James the last like 15 minutes of the Doctor Falls.
Yeah. Which, granted, I did say we should just watch the episode, but you said, no, we're going to watch this. So just in case anyone is now judging me going, why did you just watch it? I didn't choose. I was shown
I gave you the important context. I gave you the Missy bit, and I gave you the context bits.
But this is the thing. What was lost was it didn't resonate as much as it should have done because of the everything that's led up before it.
The problem with Doctor Who is that's true, but at the same time, you could do that and you could argue the same thing. It doesn't hit as hard as it would have if you watched the entirety of Series 10.
But yeah.
And Series 10 wouldn't hit the same unless you watched the entirety of Capaldi's run up to that point.
Yeah. Well, again, as you said, I'll die on the hill of it should have ended at Journey's End. I think that's... But that's
an argument for a different day.
It is. It is an argument for
an interesting story for another day.
Yes. All right, Maz.
So, back to Torchwood.
Circling back.
Yes. So... You fell out of love with this show, which got a bit too silly, a bit too campy, just not what you're looking for. No. And I thought, let's bring you back.
This is your pitch. You're bringing me into the tent.
This is me now. Granted, this isn't necessarily gonna work for being like, hey, look how good New Who is,
because it's what 2009.
Yeah, but this
when
is me
I was
being like,
very much a
hey,
fan.
This show, there's plenty of stuff from this IP and this universe that you've not seen yet, and if you want less of the silly campy stuff and you want more elements of it taking itself a bit more seriously,
I do.
What a great place to start.
Yeah.
So Children of Earth, if you know, you know. If not, watch it. It's great.
And just as an insight, I don't know.
Yeah, so...
I'm going in blind.
Yeah, you're going in blind. So we spoke about this on the car briefly. Your only experience with Torchwood is Series 1, Episode 4, Cyberwoman, yeah?
Yes. And that was that. Yeah, right. Let me explain. Torchwood has always been something that when it was initially coming out, my parents thought it was too mature. Yeah, it was unsuitable. To watch. Although the annoying thing about that is they were both extras in Torchwood. They've both been in Torchwood.
Why am I only now finding this out?
I swear,
you kept this for the pod.
Yeah, I did.
You're doing this for content.
Yeah, it's just but this is where it's all going to fall apart because I don't know the name of the episode they're in. All I know is it's the one with the evil cloud.
Evil cloud.
Like it's or it's like a demon that floats over and you die if it goes over you or something like that.
Oh, I think you've lost some things in translation there, but I think I know.
Yeah. Because my context of it is they were told to run through the centre of Cardiff and then when at a certain point fall over.
I'm pretty sure you're referencing End of Days, which is the finale of Series 1.
Possibly.
It's not an evil cloud.
All I know
is a big
is
demon monster thing.
But I know we've scrubbed through it, and you can see my dad in it. You can see him as well because he's wearing a very distinctive striped orange and grey jumper.
Okay,
and he did the cruelest thing, which I feel is important to understand. Maybe my initial hatred of Torchwood, because as a young child, being a Doctor Who obsessive, when he said, "I'm going to go and do this and be in this stuff," I'll bring you back something from the set. I got really excited, and then he doubled down on this, going, "Yeah, I've got your prop. I'm bringing you a prop back."
Okay,
and I was like, "Okay, all right." And again, I wasn't going to see him for a couple of days because they were like staying up in
of course, yeah.
So I'm there with my grandparents, going, "Oh, why are they bringing it back? Why are they bringing it back?" And then he comes back, and I'm like, "Oh, so excited!" And he then, the little fucker that he is, love him dearly, but a little shitbag, gives me the plastic bag that he was holding in the scene when he fell over and said, "Here you go, this has been in Torchwood." And I cried so much because I hyped it up and he just laughed in my face.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
I don't know. Probably not.
Just a quick follow-up question. You're not a Cardiff native.
No.
What the hell was your dad doing in Cardiff?
Well, no, because Mum, okay, this is going into all kinds of things. Mum and my granddad used to run an extra business, so like an agency sorting out extra work.
Right.
So Mum was just into it, and they're always looking out for casting things down in.
Why am I only now finding this out?
Yeah, like similar to actually, funnily enough, with Daleks in Manhattan and Evolution of Daleks, one of the main human Dalek hybrids with the Tommy gun was a guy called Big Steve, who was sent by my mum and my granddad to be
Big Steve.
He was called Big Steve, yeah. Shout out to Big Steve.
His name's Kyle or something.
Yeah, I assume it's Steve. But yeah.
I find it wild that we've known each other for like 7 years and
Yep.
we've watched many, many movies together. We've watched many TV shows together.
Yeah.
And I'm only now finding out that
You know what I'm going to
you're
say?
the descendant of this extras agency.
Hey, do you know what I'm going to say to you?
What?
Because this is what you did when I found out you bought a house. You didn't ask.
All right, I didn't need to be at it like that.
Oh, yeah. Consider yourself at it.
Yeah. Right.
Torchwood.
Yeah. So your experience with
Yeah.
Torchwood, other than
It's
your
trauma
than your childhood trauma, is Cyberwoman.
Yep.
Which isn't. It's not great. It's one of those things. It's not as bad as people remember. If you forget about the Cyberwoman design for a second,
It's hard to.
I know.
Even as
I
a
know,
gay man,
I
it's
know,
very hard
I
to.
know. But if you just imagine the episode
Cyberboobs.
exactly the same, but you replaced the Cyberwoman design and you just pretended it was just a normal Cyberman.
Yeah.
The story's not as bad as you think. It's not great,
Yeah.
but it's not that bad. But
It would be a C-list Cyberman story.
yeah, yeah.
maybe D-list.
So I don't blame you if that's your only like experience of the show.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for not being like for thinking I don't really want to watch anything else.
Yeah, to be fair, my only other knowledge of the show now living in Cardiff is seeing the stupid Yanto shrine.
It's
That's
nice.
still
I like
no,
it.
it's not nice.
It is nice.
It's if it was any other fandom or any other thing, you would have told them to grow up. And you can't even deny that because you are just as much a curmudgeon as me. But
Depends on the
those who get to
fandom.
pass.
Depends on the fandom.
Name any other, and you'd be all over. If someone like from I don't know, what's a Welsh thing?
What's the one? Gavin and Stacey?
Yeah, if it was like Nessa died here or something, I don't know, and there was a big shrine to it. Actually, no, actually, for a fact, I know that all the stuff in Barry Island with Nessa on the buildings pisses you off.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
When you go down to the arcade and there's a big Nessa cutout and loads of merch stalls with Nessa related things.
I genuinely, I don't know what you're talking about. But I will also say, I've never actually watched Gavin and Stacey, so I don't know if it's any good. Welsh people love it. But
Yeah, sorry.
what I will say, the only thing I really know about it is the mannerisms of Ruth Jones' character.
That's Nessa, yeah.
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 And she is quite annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't disprove your theory.
That's quite a bold statement as well to say that Ruth Jones is annoying as a Welshman yourself. That's quite...
I don't know.
Is this the first controversy we're going to get into the podcast?
Ruth Jones seems nice. It's just
Yeah.
Nessa? What is she? Nessa is a character.
Yeah.
I find quite annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Torchwood. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't really give you much context going into this.
Nope.
All I basically told you was you didn't really need to watch series 1 and 2 to understand.
No, yeah.
The only thing that's kind of important to know going into it is that 2 members of the Torchwood team have recently died,
Yes.
which was at the end of series 2.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a little picture of them up on the fridge.
Yeah. And to be honest, from what you see now, you've watched episode 1.
Yep.
It's not really important for the rest of it. It's just important for obviously the thing that comes later with Rupesh. Obviously, the reason they kind of interact with him is because they need a new doctor in Torchwood because Owen was the doctor of the team.
Got it.
So he did all the postmortems and all the
Right.
all the medical stuff, basically.
Okay.
So that's the only thing. But now, obviously, that's kind of out of the way now, so you don't really need to know anything else.
Okay.
But what I'll say, Torchwood Series 1 and 2 are kind of similar to Doctor Who in the sense of it's a Monster of the Week format. It's kind of like Primeval, do you remember that?
Oh my god, yeah.
Where it's like Monster of the Week, and there's like essentially the anomalies from Primeval is just the Rift from Torchwood.
Yeah,
and
right.
monsters come through. It's a different thing every week, and you're watching the team deal with it.
Man, that was a great show.
Then Series 3,
when we go do one on
Primeval. Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Is that the next one?
Maybe. Yeah, Series 3 then switch things up a bit, because instead of being a 13-episode Monster of the Week format, it's one ongoing 5-part miniseries.
Yeah.
And then Series 4, Miracle Day, does a similar thing. It was picked up by an American network, so it feels very different production-wise. But that's a 10-part series as well.
It's interesting how that's a big shift to what we'd probably consider more the current landscape of TV.
Yeah.
Like it's that
the Netflixification of shows.
Yeah, and the kind of like, miniseries like your Chernobyls and things like that, where it's just all one narrative condensed down.
Yeah.
Even like things like anthology shows like The White Lotus and things like that, where it's all, you've got a very tight narrative that's presented in a short amount of episodes.
Yeah.
There you go. Torchwood laying down the groundwork for all
But
these
that's,
shows.
I mean, this, like I say, not only I don't think you need to watch Series 1, 2, there's nothing like you're not going to understand in this if you haven't seen that, but it's also, it feels very different because the format's been changed.
Okay.
Because it's now this one ongoing thing. Yeah, so the only other thing which I didn't really give you context of, but I'm sure you picked up in this episode, is that Jack and Yanto have recently kind of entered this relationship. Because obviously, Cyberwoman, which you have seen, obviously Yanto's girlfriend is the Cyberwoman.
Yeah.
So they worked at Torchwood. She died, half died. She was half converted.
Yeah.
By the time the Doctor saved everyone in Doomsday, she was half converted. So he was keeping her alive.
Yeah,
and
it's interesting that we found out through that then they start with cyber underwear first, and then you go. So you get your cyber briefs before you start get your full armor.
Yeah. But not to go like too much into that episode, but the big thing of it, and especially because I'm listening to a lot of the Big Finish Torchwood stuff at the moment.
Yeah,
a lot of the show kind of in the background deals with Yanto's grief of getting over losing his girlfriend in a horrifying way.
Yeah,
and he kind of blamed Jack in the beginning for killing his girlfriend, essentially.
Yeah.
But then the person who he was most angry at ended up being the only person he could kind of rely on for comfort, and then they got closer, and that's out. So where we're at now in Children of Earth, Series 3, they've recently entered this relationship. But as you can tell from context, I'm sure...
they're not wearing labels, that's for sure.
Yeah, like Yanto... It's not that Yanto's more into Jack than... Jack is into him. It's just, Jack doesn't... I mean, you know what he's like. Well,
it's because he knows that no matter who he falls in love with, they're never going to live as long as he is.
Exactly, yeah.
That's it. It's the whole...
it's kind of similar to the Doctor and Rose, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that thing of like, Rose is like, I'm going to be with you forever, and the Doctor's always like, well...
Well, you're forever. I'm going to move on to the next floozy.
Yeah. But yeah, before we go off tangent on another massive
tangent?
derail...
No.
I just want to ask you, like, without spoilers and without, like, getting into anything, like, too much.
Right.
Thoughts on episode 1?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. It felt like Doctor Who, but Doctor Who plus kind of thing. Just that little bit more grounded.
Yeah.
That little bit more just like... I think this is where I'm kind of torn about how I feel about it overall, because I think on the one hand it does do some things better, but equally then you do lose a little bit of the whoiness that does make it maybe feel a little bit like a BBC crime procedural, a little bit.
No, I do get that. I think you will feel that slightly less as we go on. Because as we go on, it becomes... This episode's a lot of setup.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm invested.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I am looking forward to watching the next episode, which is more than can be said for a lot of New Who.
Yeah, that's fair. I do know what you mean about it feeling kind of procedural, and I'd say Series 4, which, like I say, got quite Americanized, feels even more like that, I think.
That's a shame.
But I think that does... It feels like that less as we go on through Series 3, because you get a lot more focus on the politics and on... the threat. You actually spend a lot less time with Team Torchwood in Children of Earth than you do throughout series 1 and 2.
You spend more time with Doctor Who.
Well, yeah, you were surprised, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, because this is now the third version of Capaldi that we've seen rock up.
To be honest, I didn't really realize you didn't know he was in it.
No.
So your shock when he came on screen really, like, it made me chuckle.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, you didn't know? Okay.
Because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It was, you know.
Yeah.
It was distracting. Mainly because he was, that's him in, you know, this kind of thick of it era.
Yes. 2009. Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's how I know that. I know saying on a Doctor Who podcast that I think of Peter Capaldi as Malcolm Tucker first is probably blasphemous in some form. But yeah, I'll always think of him screaming marzipan dildo at some lowly civil servant before I think of him as Doctor Who.
Yeah. He's good in this though. We don't see much of him here. I think the best kind of performance we get from him in this is when he's talking to the Prime Minister.
Yeah,
which we'll get to in a bit.
Yeah, and the bit at the end with his kids was very good as well.
Yes, yeah. But he does some great acting in this series. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So, yeah. Shall we just kind of jump in?
Yeah. Let's do it. Unless any more tangents before we go.
I hope not.
Any more? What, you're not enjoying this?
I don't mind the tangents as long as the tangents are sprinkled throughout.
Right.
It's like when it's like, hey, we've been recording 20 minutes and we haven't started yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump in.
Okay.
In comparison to last time, you haven't made any notes, so I guess obviously if I say anything that triggers anything in you, then obviously just jump in.
I will do.
So the episode starts. We get a flashback sequence to Scotland.
Yep.
It's 1965.
Cool bus.
Cool bus.
Very cool bus.
Yeah. There's a bus driving at night full of children in the back. They go into like some kind of undisclosed location, and eventually the bus stops.
Yep, a very suspect scene.
Yes. It's just in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't pull over like a gas station. It's just in the middle of the road with nothing.
It's a very bleak cold open.
I say that. It is 1965, so there wouldn't be any other cars on the road, really.
Well, yeah, especially not in the Highlands of Scotland.
Yeah. But yeah, the bus stops, the children all get out, and they start walking towards this very bright white light.
It's the light. Yeah.
Angelic.
Thank you.
Lovely. And they walk towards it, and it kind of grows brighter as they kind of get closer to it. And we get this wide shot of the kids kind of fading, like they disappear as they walk towards it.
It was a nice effect. I was.
And there's one kid who's kind of like hesitating.
Yeah.
And he runs away.
Yeah.
He runs through the field, and the light kind of covers the area, and that's when we get that long shot of the kids disappearing, and it's implied that this kid escaped.
Yeah.
And then we smash cut. Title card says 44 years later.
Yeah.
Cardiff,
and
September 2009, baby.
I mean, you know, we got to pay homage to the fact that it is refreshing just to see something that's filmed by Russell and the Bad Wolves team actually being done in Cardiff.
Yeah, I mean, again, the thing with Torchwood, obviously, Torchwood and Sarah Jane were both Russell T Davis's kind of brainchilds.
Children is the plural of child. Yeah.
But Russell only actually wrote episode 1 of Torchwood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, episode 1 he wrote the pilot.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, like Doctor Who, was written by different writers. But Chris Chibnall was kind of given the keys to oversee the show.
That's a shame.
He's okay. He's all right. He's all right in Torchwood, I promise. Yeah, so throughout series 1 and 2 of Torchwood, like I say, Chibnall's been running this thing. So this was Russell coming back and saying, I'm going to write 5 episodes.
Take it or leave it.
He said it's taking place over 5 days. Each episode's going to be a day. They're going to air in real time, day after day.
Nice.
Because series 1 of Torchwood actually aired on BBC 3.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it did.
Season 2 was on BBC 2.
Oh.
And then this was the BBC 1 premiere for Torchwood.
Nice.
That aired 5 days back to back. So yeah, this is Russell's first time writing for Torchwood since the pilot.
I do remember people talking about it at school, and I was always very jealous. Didn't watch it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're in Cardiff, and it's not pretending to be London this time.
Yeah.
And I think first character we see is Gwen Cooper. Yeah. She's withdrawing money from a cash machine.
So Welsh.
It's funny because I've really been in a Torchwood like headspace lately because I've been listening to all the dramas. I've kind of forgotten about it.
Yeah.
I've kind of just used to it now. But yeah, I forgot. It's like you just jumping into it. You're like, oh my God, this is so Welsh.
It is. And that's me saying, as someone who's now lived in Wales for almost 5 years, which is shocking. But can't believe how quickly that's gone. But this is the most aggressively Welsh programme I think I've seen in a long time. Like, more so than Gavin and Stacey.
Do you think?
Yeah. Big time.
Really?
Well, look about the way they talk about the council estates in the valleys. It's brutal.
Oh, I love that scene.
yeah. It's just like Russell is dragging Wales at some points in this.
Russell's always been good at making fun of it, though.
Yeah.
Like in literally, was it The Unquiet Dead when the doctor's gonna he thinks he's gonna die in the dungeons or whatever. He's like, I've seen the fall of Troy, World War V. Now I'm gonna die in a dungeon in Cardiff.
That's a good line.
He's always been willing to kind of like poke fun at Wales, which I kind of like. But yeah, Gwen is withdrawing money from an ATM, and she notices that there are sort of two children nearby who are just kind of standing still. They're kind of just unresponsive.
Gormless.
They're not saying anything. They're just kind of standing there like melons. And we get the impression that basically children across the entire UK are frozen because we get kind of cuts to people that we haven't yet met, but like families in homes.
Yep.
And kids having breakfast at the table just stop.
Yep.
Children crossing the road stop.
That must be the most annoying experience in your life.
Yeah, because we see Reese driving the truck and he's like, get out the way, man.
Yeah.
They're just standing in the zebra crossing.
Yeah. It's driving me mental.
Yeah. And then after about a minute or so, the children just start moving again.
Yeah.
As if like nothing happened.
Little shits, yeah.
Yeah, because there's this mom that's like, stop it, you're not being funny, you're being silly. And then the kid's just like, all right, let's go. And the mum's like, oh, I swear to God.
Oh, I'd better go in and get back, boy.
Yeah, so obviously Gwen's kind of like, that was weird.
Yeah.
So she goes back to Torchwood Hub to kind of investigate.
The Torchwood senses are tingling.
So now we cut to a hospital.
Yes.
And we meet Dr. Rupesh Patanjali.
Well done.
Thank you. I wrote it down.
Yeah, because
I called him Rajesh before.
Yeah, you said it with such confidence.
Yes. Yeah, so he's kind of failed to save someone's life.
Yep.
Bad
doctor.
Yeah, he seems kind of disappointed by the results.
Is that the official diagnosis term, medical terms?
Sad.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm rather disappointed with how your loved one has progressed.
I'm disappointed with the results of this operation. Yeah. So at this point, Jack Harkness, specifically.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Not Sparrow.
Yeah. Are we talking about the John Barrowman of it all?
Nah.
Okay.
I feel like we probably mentioned that in series 1.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
All right.
Yeah, let's not get into it.
Bad dude. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so Jack and Yanto have rocked up to the hospital and they're talking to Dr. Patanjali and they claim to be this man's neighbours. They're like, oh, because we're such good neighbours, any chance we can see the body?
Yeah, that's just... I'd be so... bad doctor.
Bad
doctor.
Yeah, but it does make sense based on what we learn later.
Yeah, but just in that sense, terrible doctor. Just that idea. It's like, I was the neighbour. Can I have a look? It's just terrible.
Yeah. So yeah, they ask if they can see the body. He shows them and they say sorry, can we have a moment alone or whatever? So he's like, yeah, sure, of course, take as long as you need or whatever, and he walks away. And then immediately Yantu pulls the sheet off the body and Jack pulls out the laser saw.
It's fucking brilliant.
And starts opening up the corpse.
Yep.
Some good practical effects.
Yeah. To be fair, for Beeb, it's pretty good.
For 2009 Beeb.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, this was September, so this would have been around Planet of the Dead's.
Yeah, we're in a good era for practical effects.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they had the budget then to send the bus to Tunisia or wherever the hell they went.
Oh, I know. I'm thinking of Warns on Mars No, that's good.
Wars on Mars would have been the next one.
Because that's I still think that might be the best practical effects in Doctor Who.
Are you thinking of the flood? The mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
creepy.
pretty fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It still holds up.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I guess that's because Planet of the Dead onwards is when they started filming in HD.
Ah.
So I guess they kind of had to up the effects game, so like people are going
Yeah.
to see all the detail.
I just remember being so creeped out by that.
Yeah.
Have me on for that episode.
We got requests.
I got thoughts.
So Jack uses the laser saw to open up the corpse, and
Yep.
he pulls out some kind of organ,
Goop.
alien organ. Dr. Patanjali comes back in, and he's like, "Whoa, what is that?"
Yeah, I feel like
And he's like, "Not human. Does that look human to you? Don't think so. Bye."
I definitely feel like I should have seen his heel turn coming more from the lack of reaction to
It's funny because he goes, "Hold on, you're from Torchwood," and this is funny. I find really interesting. This isn't a Children of Earth thing. This is a Torchwood in general thing. I don't know how secretive Torchwood is meant to be.
No.
Because based on series 2 of Doctor Who, it's implied that no one really knows about Torchwood.
Yeah.
It's like a super secret organization formed by Queen Victoria. You know, they will say like, you know, beyond the government or beyond the police, above the government and all that stuff. Harriet Jones, Prime Minister in Christmas Invasion, isn't supposed to know about it.
Yeah. So it's,
By the time we get to Torchwood series 2, episode 1 of series 2, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is what it's called.
that's a Bond reference.
I know.
All right, just saying. We do have a Bond podcast as well, you know. That's what I'm just saying. Yeah,
Check out Bonding.
yeah, on all major podcast streaming networks.
Fucking hell.
Shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Charles gonna be impressed.
Yeah. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang literally starts with there's a blowfish driving a sports car, and the Torchwood team are chasing it in the SUV, and this old woman's crossing the street and sees them, and she just kind of looks at the camera and goes, "Bloody Torchwood," and I'm like, how secretive is Torchwood meant to be?
Yeah.
Because there's, you know, even the Prime Minister isn't supposed to know about it, and then at the same time there's just random people on the street know about him.
I think that's the thing. Actually, all joking aside, mentioning Bond again, it's that same thing of James Bond is a terrible spy because he keeps saying his name is James Bond.
Yeah, and other countries like operatives know of him.
Yeah, I think it's the
From
same
Russia
thing
with Love literally starts because are they Russian?
Yeah.
The Russians literally like, this is James Bond.
We
He
want
keeps-
to kill him. Yeah, which is very ironic, and it is. Yeah, I think that's the same with Torchwood. It did feel like, because then there's the whole bit where Yanto is all like, well, I can't say what I do. I can't tell you. But then you're like, well, everyone else is chirping on about Torchwood. The fact that when what's her name? The woman?
Gwen.
When Gwen goes to meet the Doctor,
Yes.
she just starts chirping on about aliens and how all of it's real, all of it. So on first meeting.
To be fair, what I will say in defense of that is no one at this point in 2009 is arguing the existence of aliens. Even in Doctor Who,
Yeah.
the main show, they acknowledge everyone knows aliens are real at this point. Because they've been attacked every Christmas for the last 5 years.
Yeah. Has Doomsday happened at this point?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go then. Yeah.
Series 1 of Torchwood is set after Doomsday.
Oh, right.
Then because
Oh, yeah, of course, because Cyberwoman changey.
Yeah. Series 1 of Torchwood ends with Jack in Torchwood Hub, and the whole time he's got the Doctor's hand in the jar, and it's just kind of set dressing in the room. And Series 1 literally ends where the hand starts glowing, and then Jack hears the TARDIS materializing, and then he smiles, and he picks up the hand, and he runs off. And then that's him booking it in Utopia.
Yeah.
So it's basically Series 2 of Doctor Who, Series 1 of Torchwood.
What a good episode. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Then you got Series 3 of Doctor Who, and then Series 2 of Torchwood.
Yeah.
Then after Series 2 of Torchwood is when Jack would have appeared in Stolen Earth, Journey's End, and then after that is where we are now.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. And after we watched Children of Earth, after we finished it, next time you see Jack in Doctor Who is when the Doctor sees him in that cantina in the end of time.
Oh, man.
And you will see why he looks so glum.
Oh. And why he then points him in the direction of
Alonso.
Of
Russell Tovey. Yeah.
I mean, upgrade, but, beside the point.
So where were we? They pull the organ out.
Yep.
Pat and Charlie's like, wait, are you from Torchwood?
Yeah.
And Jack's like, never heard of it.
Yeah.
And,
A fair attempt at trying to hide it.
yeah. And he like follows them out to the SUV. And yeah, Jack's like, never heard of it. And he closes the door. And then Pat and Charlie basically says, like, a bunch of bodies have disappeared. And then he like rolls the window down. He's like, what?
It's like, you have my attention.
Compels me though.
Don't make sense.
Yeah, he says basically the bodies of 5 ethnic males have like disappeared over the past 2 months. Jack basically says it's a problem for the NHS. And he fucks off.
Bleak.
Yeah,
Bleak response from Jack.
Yeah, Jack and Jansen just drive away.
Yeah.
And just leave. Poor Rupesh just standing there like, oh,
Well, fuck me, I guess.
yeah.
I guess I'll go back to the ward with my looted corpse.
So they arrive back at Torchwood Hub.
Yep.
Gwen's there, and she tells them what happened with the children. Mm-hmm. Not really much in this scene other than just Gwen kind of updating them.
Yeah, and this is when they start to work out that it's all Severo, isn't it?
No, that's a little later, because we cut back to that scene in a minute. But I think the only thing that comes out of this scene other than Gwen updating them is the thing about Jack doesn't want to put a label on their relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And
he says, I hate the word couple, and then Jansen's like, I do too.
he's not that Welsh.
Oh, yes, he is, boy.
Gwen's more Welsh than Jansen.
They're both incredibly Welsh. Aggressively Welsh.
Yeah. This is when we meet Lois Habiba.
Yep.
Who begins her first day working for a new boss, Bridget Spears. It's very close, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
So, Bridget Spears is assistant to the permanent secretary to the Home Office.
Yep.
John Frobisher, played by your friend and mine,
Docky who?
Peter Capybara.
Or
John Frobisher.
Peter Capaldi, if we're not being...
John Frobisher, not to be confused with Frobisher, who is the Doctor's companion from the comic strips, who is a sentient penguin. I know all penguins are sentient, but he's an anthropomorphic penguin that can speak English.
When did that... Was this pre Children of Earth, or is
this is pre-revival?
Okay, that's fine then. So Russell's being cute. We can live with Russell being cute.
Yeah.
If yeah.
This is, I think...
I can't be mad at it. We're okay.
These comics, I think, were from the 80s.
That's fine. That's the dark period. It's not a dark period. It's Sylph. It's great.
You take it back immediately.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
If it was 90s, that is the dark period.
That's the wilderness years.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting when you bring it in fucking...
I very well could be 90s, I'm not going to lie. I only think 80s because I've only read one comic with Frobisher in it, and it was a 6th Doctor story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good tangent.
Yeah. So John Frobisher, Peter Capaldi.
Yep.
He's visited by Unit.
Yep.
Colonel Aduya, I think his name is.
Yeah, I think so.
So they sit down at the desk, and Aduya is basically telling him that children have stopped at the exact same time all over the world. He basically tells him that it happened twice, I think, in the mornings. One at like 7:30 and one at like 10:30 or something like that. But all over the world it happened.
Yeah.
Respective of their like time zones and everything.
Yeah. A real omni shambles, you could say.
Yes. And at the same time, we kind of work out the Torchwood have worked this out around the same time. Because we're kind of like cutting back between their conversation in the office and Torchwood in the hub, kind of on the computer. So Aduya says the unit has gone to yellow alert, even though they don't really know if this threat is kind of alien in nature, but they kind of assume, which, like, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, given everything that's happened in the last few years to the it's like what shit's next at this point, right?
Yeah. This is around the time we cut to Dr. Patanjali's now just wandering around the Millennium Center.
He's having a little nose.
He asked about Torchwood and he was pointed towards the bay.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of wandering around the Millennium Center like...
Bad sign of Torchwood's lack of secrecy. The fact that someone could just go, where are they? Oh yeah, down by the bay.
It's funny because Series 1 establishes that Yanto runs a fig pizza shop.
Yeah.
Where like they walk into the pizza shop and then out the back basically leads to like Torchwood Base. And it's funny that like this is so needless. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Torchwood down by the fountain.
So stupid.
Yeah, because they're watching Pat and Charlie on the cameras.
Yep.
And Gwen's like, who's this guy? He's just loitering around. And,
Who's this geezer?
And Jack and Yanto basically say, like, we need a new doctor. We gave him just enough information to be curious. Anyone who asks about Torchwood gets pointed to the bay. And she's like, you cheeky shits, that's how you recruited me. And they just kind of laugh about it.
Yeah. They're just a dreadful tease, what can I say?
Yeah. And Gwen basically says, well, I'm promoting myself to recruitment officer then. So she goes out, she's like, hi, I'm Gwen, shakes his hand, I'm from Torchwood.
Again, it's just that complete lack of any kind of secrecy with it. It's just,
I guess they are trying to recruit him.
Yeah, but
Can't be coy about it. I want you to come work for me. Who'd you work for? Can't tell you.
Wouldn't you like to know? Take the job and find out.
Yeah, so she's just kind of telling him, about what they do.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know this sounds mad. And he's like, not really. Like, I know there's some people out there that deny it, but like, we've seen it.
There were Daleks.
For the last few years.
There were Spider-Men.
Spider monkeys.
Spider monkeys. The Earth moved.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yeah.
There's been Daleks twice by this point.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember what else they talk about, because they have like a 5-minute conversation. But I didn't write down.
It's a long scene.
I didn't write down what they were talking about.
It must have been riveting.
Yeah, but they're just talking generally, and as they're talking, children start screaming again. They oh no, because this is the first time they scream, isn't it?
Yeah.
They stop again, but this time they scream, and it's a really high pitched like kind of scream.
Yeah,
it's very unpleasant.
Yeah, it's every worst aspect of children screaming. Like when kids are just too excitable,
piercing,
and they're just
high pitched, wincing, just like, oh god, stop.
Yeah.
And Gwen immediately rushes over to this nearby kid who's like, her mother's like trying to calm her down or whatever. And then they stop screaming and they start chanting, we are, and they eventually say, we are coming.
Yeah.
I think it's around this time as well. We're kind of smash cutting between different kids who are kind of screaming this. There's like loads of them in like a school playground doing it. There's children in homes doing it.
Yeah.
And there's one grown man who's doing it.
Who could that be?
Clem MacDonald.
Oh.
And he looks like he's in the back of like a nursing home or something. Yeah. So then we cut back to Lois Habiba.
Lois Habiba.
Who is on reception.
As shit hits the fan.
Yeah, so obviously everyone's calling up, and she's basically been told like by Bridget to just like not really answer anybody.
Yeah, basically just say nobody's home is kind of long and short of it. It's the
bury your head into the sand, pretend no one's home.
She literally asks her to put an auto reply for emails on, which is very entertaining.
Yeah, but Lois gets a call from Jack. So Jack says, "Hi, name's Captain Jack Harkness." She's like, "Yeah, can I take some details or whatever?" And he's like, "I'm from Torchwood," and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, great, you work for like Homeland Security or whatever it is. You don't even know what Torchwood is."
Just that idea of just being stuck on a bad chatbot kind of call.
Yeah, and she's like, "I'm sorry, it's my first day." And he's like, to be fair to him, he does go,
"Not your fault."
All right, fair enough. Yeah, not your fault. What a day for it to be your first day.
But then goes real shitty with his fucking sign off, where he just says, "What's your name?" And she says it, and she's like, "Well, good luck to you." Just, boo.
Yeah. So she's logging all the calls she's taking. So she logs the call. She writes down Jack Harkness, Torchwood as like keywords, and it flags something on the computer as like classified,
like high priority.
Yeah. So Bridget gave her her login details earlier to create the automatic reply, because she can't do that apparently.
No, of course not.
So
she's an assistant.
Oh,
that's what she's there for, to assist.
Yeah, to log into her emails. Yeah.
You can't think about your job and not think that's exactly what happens.
Fair enough. So she logs on as Bridget, and she kind of clicks into Torchwood to find out what it's about, and she sees obviously it was established by Queen Victoria to defend the Earth against extraterrestrial threats.
Good
Blah,
old
blah,
Queen
blah, blah.
Vic.
Yeah, she was not amused. That was good, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, thanks. So, stop laughing at me. At this point, we meet Mr. Decker,
Yes.
who is head of MI5's technology division, and he's also in charge of alien monitoring.
Yeah. He's like prime boffin.
He's, tech man. He's
Yeah.
Q.
He's Q.
Yeah,
Q with extra steps.
for less charm.
Q plus, yeah.
Q minus.
Q plus intelligence minus social skills.
Yeah, so let's go and call him Q. So Mr. Decker is talking to Frobisher.
Yep.
John Frobisher. Not Frobisher the penguin.
I don't think anyone's going to start thinking he's yapping on with the penguin.
John Frobisher
Talking
and
to
Mr.
Pingu.
Decker are talking. And Mr. Decker says that the aliens are talking through the 456. And he said they've made contact for the first time since 1965.
Right.
And that's kind of it, really. Like, John Frobisher's like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
What? How do we get more information? And he's like, well, that's your job.
Yeah.
He's like,
Sucks to be you.
pretty much. He's just like, I just told you there was an update. That's my job. Your job is to find out what's going on.
Yeah, he is Malcolm Tucker in this again. Just had a steaming pile of government problems dumped on his desk, and he's got to try and work it out.
So the Torchwood team discover that the adult patient was speaking along with the children because they're like obviously searching through like key words and stuff on
Yeah, they're looking for like police reports, and one of the nurses has recorded it and sent it.
Yeah, and uploaded it to 4chan or something, probably.
Live leak.
It's on Reddit. Yeah. I love the thought of the Torchwood research through Reddit.
r/we are coming.
r/Rift.
r/Rift.
It would have been the r/Cardiff subreddit.
It would, yeah.
Tell you what, lads, it's a fucking dinosaur. Yeah, so they see the man. He's a patient in a mental institution. He's under the name Timothy White. Yeah, he's also stopped, and he spoke the words, "We are coming." This is when they notice not only did every child in the world stop at the same time, but Gwen points out that even though it's happened all across the world, they were all doing it in English.
Yeah.
Jack, rather typical for an American,
Yep.
is like, well, that's because American is like the best language in the world.
It's what everyone speaks. Goddamn.
What if we made him from Kentucky?
The face of Bo, they called me. Back on the plane.
Back in the academy. Yeah, Jack's like, well, it's like the most dominant language in the world. And Yanta's like, actually, that's Mandarin.
Yeah.
But okay, sure, mate.
I mean, going by the colonialism, it is the most dominant language, but
Yeah. Yeah, so they're like, huh, it's weird that it's all English then, isn't it? And they basically established that this Timothy White,
Yep.
they need to go see him. They need to go talk to him. So Gwen leaves. It's like a 2-hour drive, apparently, to get to him. So she leaves to go visit him. This is when she talks to Reese on the phone.
Yep.
Reese is her partner, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's buying a house, which explains why he's not in this episode much.
Yeah, that's it. That's a nice, easy way of just like, yep, you've got paperwork to do, buddy. Have fun.
To be fair, though, it's not like they're writing him out of the series because he's in the next episode quite a lot.
Oh, that's fine.
But yeah, they were obviously buying a house together.
Oh,
So he's there.
that's nice.
Yeah. I keep writing Frobisher on my notes. I'm like, John Frobisher. Not the penguin.
Okay, you don't have to no one's going, oh yeah.
Some people might.
I'm not going to be disparaging.
John Frobisher meets with the Prime Minister, Brian Greene.
Why are they all Cluedo names?
Brian Greene is a post-Harriet Jones, post-Harold Saxon Prime Minister.
Man, to be fair, he's got a low bar to be better than those two prime ministers.
Yeah. Better than Tony Blair?
Let's not do this.
Better than David Cameron?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Did Brian Greene do anything to swine?
You've picked a war criminal and a pig fucker. Two things you picked there to be better than.
Is the war criminal Harold Saxon or Tony Blair? Tony Blair. Yeah. Okay. Let's not get political.
You brought it here.
You call him a war criminal.
You knew I'd bite.
Right, so John Frobisher meets with Brian Greene, the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
He's not a nice man, the Prime Minister. We spend more time with him throughout the series. He's fucking horrible.
Okay.
Frobisher basically, John Frobisher says, it might be, stop.
Sorry, he says,
No, he speaks English.
oh, right, the most dominant language.
Yes, speaks American.
Just this really, like, MAGA penguin. Just going on.
So John Frobisher
Yeah.
says it might be best if certain historical events were taken off the record.
Right.
And Greene agrees. Mm-hmm. And Capaldi basically says, like, I think we need to issue a blank page. And the Prime Minister's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that because I don't want my name attached to this.
Bad dude.
Bad dude, yeah. And then there's this really sad bit where he just looks at John, and Capaldi's just got this look of like,
So I shouldn't have said anything. But,
he's like, so I guess that leaves it with me then. and the Prime Minister just looks at him like,
again, it's such a thick of an interaction. Like, you can picture it. If you swap the roles, that would be Tucker talking to Nicola Murray.
yeah.
Completely.
So Greene puts John Frobisher in charge of the crisis. So he's got deniability if things go wrong.
Yeah. Good dude.
Bad dude. Back at Torchwood Hub, Jack and Yanto kind of agree that they need to question a child, basically.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Not just because they had a craving. Like,
Don't say craving. Christ. It's the worst way you could have phrased it.
So at this point, Jack goes to knock on the house of some lady.
Yes. A woman.
Alice Carter is her name. Yeah. And so he meets with her and her son Stephen. And they have this kind of interaction where they're like, hey, you don't come around much. And he's like, that's because you told me not to.
Proper Uno reverse of responsibilities there.
Pretty much, yeah. And we obviously learn from this conversation that Alice is Jack's daughter.
Yeah.
And Stephen is obviously his grandson.
Yep.
But
he's Uncle Jack.
He calls him Uncle Jack because
Yeah.
he's too young at this point to kind of notice that Jack doesn't age.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to get around that later.
So Jesus. Okay, so just like pause on the plot for a minute. Just put yourself in the shoes of Alice.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. Terrible life. Jack is bad for having subjected her to this.
Your dad looks exactly the same from when you were in primary school to when you're... How old is she? Like,
maybe late 30s?
I was going to say late 30s, early 40s. Yeah.
I was just thinking, though, like, imagine the head fuck it will be for Stephen when, like, he's in university or things like that. And, you know, assuming at that point he'll have put two and two together and realised it's his grandfather.
Yeah.
And then all of his uni mates could be like, wow, you got a gilf. And just the head fuck that'll be.
Oh, no, they're right.
No.
My fun Uncle Jack.
My fun Uncle Jack, that's actually my hot granddad.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
I know. Such
Don't you hate it when
such
you're...
a relatable experience.
You hate it when your fun uncle turns into your hot granddad. We've all been there, right?
Yeah. That's just, you know, that's part of the human existence,
Oh,
right?
God, that's a quote to go on your epitaph. Jesus. So they kind of talk about aging, and she's like, it's not fair, you know, you're going to leave us here behind or whatever.
You make us feel old.
You make us feel old. Horrible statement. And then he quips and he's like, I found a grey hair.
So sarky prick. And also it's that thing of, that's how I feel living, like, having now spent most of the last 7 odd years with all of my friends in Wales that are a year younger than me and treat me like I'm this octogenarian. You bunch of fuckers.
It doesn't help that you behave like one. Oh look, it's Uncle James with his Crocs and his jazz vinyl.
They're not Crocs. They're Bergs. I don't know how many times we've got to go over this. And you can't say jazz vinyls because you listen to Jazz FM on the way into work every day.
Not every day.
Just most days.
No, Pink Floyd today.
Oh, yeah, that's topical. Keeping it current.
I listened to the new John Bellion record yesterday.
Oh, okay.
That's current. That's literally like a month old.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Still listen to,
Have that.
still listen to Jazz FM, you old fuck.
All right. You like your coffee black. You're old.
I do like my coffee black because I'm an adult.
Yeah, exactly. You've been an adult for about 50 years.
So at least I drink coffee. You the chalky milk.
No, not Chucky milk. The whatever the fruitiest Monster Energy is, I can get my hands on. I'm loving the new Rio Punch. It's great.
I like the juiced apple one with the lady on the can.
I couldn't drink a can of apple.
No?
No. It'd probably be alright for a sip. I go, that's nice, but if I had a can, I'd drink
If it's
half of it and I'd be like, oh.
If it's really cold, it's very refreshing.
Yeah. Why are we talking about Monster?
We started sniping at each other.
We're bickering.
We're just to clarify, we are incredibly close friends. But it's because of this we're able to snipe at each other
Yeah.
so relentlessly.
It's only close friends. They can take the cheap shots.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, they're having this conversation.
Yeah.
And Alice is like, "Oh yeah, so this weird thing with the kids are happening, isn't it? And now all of a sudden you want to spend time with your grandson." Sus.
No, you're not experimenting on him, Dad. I won't let you near him.
Yes. So he's like, "Ah, damn."
Which makes me think he's tried this before.
Yeah. So he's like, "Ah, damn. Oh well." So
Worth a punt. Bye, family.
Yeah, he's like, "Right, bye, daughter." And he leaves, and then he calls Rupesh.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's
what?
like, pretty much, he's like, "I need access to the children's ward.
Yeah.
I need a kid."
Again, bad doctor. Very bad doctor. If Rupesh is like, yeah, all right. We got some kids.
So whilst Jack was doing that,
Yep.
we cut to Yanto,
Oh, Jesus. This
who is visiting his sister Rhiannon.
Yep.
I like Rhiannon. I think she's quite fun.
Is it established where it is?
Well, like which town?
Yeah.
If it is, I missed it, but it's implied to be like in the valley somewhere in it.
I like you very like tactfully not saying where you think it is, but I know.
It's Tonnereville.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so Yanto tries to talk Rhiannon into letting him take one of her kids out. He's like, "Hey, I have missed their birthday or something."
Yeah.
And he's like,
Let's go out to the cinema right now.
no, he's like, "We go to McDonald's."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh wow, you're gonna shell out £3."
You can't get a burger for £3 at McDonald's. You can get like 99p. Like
The cheese bites are more than that now.
Yeah, and that's just for a single serve. It's not even a fucking share box.
No.
It's hard to be fat, and yet we manage it just fine. Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's like, "Yeah, I thought I'd take you to McDonald's or something." She's like, "Oh wow, yeah, you're shelling out the big bucks, aren't you?" And he's like, "All right, I thought it was just an idea, whatever." I know actually, in the original script for this episode, it got cut in like the final cut. But she was gonna have a go at him for not being there to look after them when Daleks started flying down.
Fair point to make.
I mean, he was saving the world in Torchwood, but
Yeah, he was just by a slow Dalek.
they got him in the time lock.
Yeah, slow Dalek.
Frozen Dalek. Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
to be fair,
the bullets are moving
yeah, true.
just very slowly.
To be fair, based on that though, he couldn't get out even if he wanted to.
Yeah, true. But he chooses...
They do make a point of saying they're locked in there, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But he chooses not to tell his.
Like I say, that didn't even make the final cut, but I was like, oh, there's going to be a nice little reference to Stolen Earth in there. Yeah. So at this point, she also tells Yanto that that he's been seen out having dinner with a man.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's kind of like describing the place and describing the man he's been seen out with, and he's like, "That's my boss."
Yeah.
And she says, like, "Sounded pretty intimate. You couldn't get a woman's legs around that table or something."
Yeah, it's such a It's such a Valley's response.
What does she say? Like, I can't remember exactly how she phrased it, but she says something really blunt along the lines of like, "You go and batty" or something. She says something like that.
It's something really out of pocket like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Yanto basically admits that he's got feelings for Jack.
It's quite a nice moment.
It is, yeah. It's nicely written because she's like, "Oh my god, that's crazy."
Yeah,
and he's like,
she's clearly happy.
"Yeah, she's happy," but she's like, "I never would have seen you being into men or whatever."
Yeah.
And he says, "It's not men specifically; it's him.
Yes, which is
just him."
which is really nice.
Yeah, I think that's quite a nice way. Again, that's as weirdly like on the nose as you can be sometimes. Like, obviously, being a gay man, like Russell can write these things in a tactful and mature way.
I mean, he's done Queer as Folk. He's done It's a Sin. He can spin a good gay yarn.
Yeah. And then
Reese appears.
They have this really nice moment, and he says, "Yeah, Jack affects me differently," but he says, "I just don't want to be public about it." And she's like, "That's fine, I won't tell a word."
Yep. Won't broadcast it.
And then immediately her husband Johnny comes in and he goes, "All right, gay boy."
Yeah, I mean,
word is you're taking it up the arse.
Yeah. Fucking wild. And just the way he says thanks to his sister is brilliant.
I love these two. We see a bit more of this kind of dynamic with Rhiannon and Johnny in the next few episodes, and it's funny because I get the impression, like, based on this episode alone, I don't know if you're meant to think Johnny is like a bit of an arsehole.
No, I don't think so.
But he's actually really nice.
I was going to say, he seems cheeky chappy.
Yeah, they have this really lovely kind of like dynamic that comes in. I like this this kind of trio a lot.
Yeah. And this is then when it leads to the Welsh bashing. Continues.
Yeah. So you can hear like a car alarm going off outside, and Johnny's like, "Who does that car belong to outside? The big black thing?" And Yanto goes, "Oh, that's the company car."
Yeah.
And he says, like, "Oh, you want to watch something that flash on this estate?" And Yanto's like, "Oh, it's fine. It's got a triple deadlock on it." And he goes, "Yeah, try telling them that." And they run outside. And some hooligans have like broken into the car.
They've stolen it.
He's going, "That's my car!" And he runs out, and Johnny's like, "Oh, the local thieves always do this. They always do a victory lap in stolen cars afterwards."
So he picks up bricks.
He picks up like cinder blocks.
And then the car comes whizzing past with an arse hanging out the window.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that in Doctor Who.
No, but you would see that in the Valleys.
Yes. It's not completely inaccurate.
No. But it's pretty brazen to just
a slight like I'm determined not to make it a tangent, but I'm just going to tell you.
Here we go.
My co-worker
today
told me that he over the weekend was going to see his girlfriend who lives up in the valleys.
Right.
And on the way he went to pick up a pizza or something from like Pizza Express or something.
Yeah.
And he met this guy in the street who was drunk out of his mind, and he just would not shut up. Yeah. And he was talking to him all the time, and apparently he'd been released from prison like 2 days prior.
Christ.
And he kept asking for directions. And he was like, "Where's this street?" And my co-worker was like, "I don't know." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Google it." And he's like, "Oh, I haven't got a phone or whatever. Can you Google it?" So he Googles it, and he's like, "That's the road we're on now." And this guy was like, "Can you give me a lift?" And he's like, "Give you a lift where? We're here."
Yeah.
And there was this just weird interaction with this guy who got out of prison 2 days ago, who was drunk out of his mind. And he said, like, "Oh, can you take me to the edge of the road?" I can't believe he did it, but he did. He let him in his car.
Why would you do that?
Don't know. I wouldn't do it.
No.
But he drove him to the end of the road, and he was like, "Oh, you absolute legend." And get out of the car. And I'm like, that is Wales.
Oh, the one thing that I love about Wales is how aggressively friendly everyone is. I have been absolutely steaming in Cardiff or completely stone cold sober on a bus late in the evening, and I will have the most magical conversations with intoxicated people in Wales. It's delightful.
Yeah.
Because there's never any malice. It's always like the friendliest, happiest people in the world, but they're just off their fucking face. It's great.
Yeah. So I feel like it's an accurate portrayal.
Yeah.
When these boys are throwing bricks at the SUV. He's throwing bricks at his own car.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, and there's an arse in the window.
Yeah.
And the joyriders are kind of like going, "Way," as they go past.
Do you think it was John Barrowman?
No, because it wouldn't be an arse.
Sorry, carry on.
So David, one of Rhiannon's kids, is like his head's like sticking out the window as well as the joyriders are going past.
Yeah.
He's like, "Way!" He's like cheering on the joyriders. And Rhiannon's going, "Get back inside!"
Such a mum response.
Yeah, and Jansen's like kind of chasing the car, and he watches it disappear around the corner. And Johnny like goes to throw a brick at it, and it goes all of like 2 feet.
Yeah, boy ain't got arms.
No,
The shit is thrown.
he wasn't very good at the shot put.
No.
Yeah. So we now cut to Gwen,
Yep.
who goes to visit Timothy White at the nut house, and at the whack shack.
Christ.
And
The assisted living facility.
if you nasty. Yeah. They're talking at like a table.
Yep.
Because one of the nurses say like this is the first time he's ever had a visitor or something.
Yeah.
So they're talking in this room on their own. They're at a table, and he basically says when he was a child, he was put on a bus, and he was taken away with a group of children. He doesn't just volunteer this information. He asks about aliens.
Yeah.
And he says they were told they were going to a new home, but he watched the other children kind of approach this light that was taking them away, and he got scared.
Yep.
So he ran away, and we get editing to help us piece this together, but obviously this is the cold open that we saw earlier. And she asks what his real name is, because he obviously got assigned a new identity because no one knew who he was.
Yeah.
And he says his real name is Clem MacDonald, and we find out he's also got a weirdly strong sense of smell.
Yeah.
Because he's got ticks as well. He's kind of going like, isn't it? He's kind of like ticking.
Smell the truth.
Yeah, because he's like, he asks for her hand, and then he grabs it and then sniffs her wrist, and he's like, oh my God, you're telling the truth.
Yeah. Which was a great introduction to his character. It was really, really good. But then smells pregnancy on her.
Yeah, that's icky. I don't know why. That makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. But yeah, he says to Gwen that the aliens are coming back. He says, I've been smelling them for months. They've come back for me. And he also says that she's 3 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
And she's like, what?
I just love that. Up the duff.
There's the fact that he says you're pregnant or whatever. And she's like, no, I'm not. And then he goes, 3 weeks. And he adds that on as if to show off.
As they're leaving, then it's just congratulations. so sinister, even though you know he's actually being nice.
I quite like him a lot because again, the thing with like the smell and the fact that he's obviously in the loony bin, he's made out to be like a bit of a nusser, but he is quite sweet as well. I think he's still kind of mentally a child. There's that thing, when he says like they're watching on the camera and Gwen's got like this EMP that turns the camera off. Yeah. He looks so excitable.
Yeah,
like he looks
really enjoyable.
He looks so like oh wow, that's amazing.
And what does she call it? What was it?
The technical term is a gizmo.
That was it. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So as Gwen's leaving, she calls Yanso, who's now back at the hub.
Yeah.
And she tells him to search for information about Clement MacDonald, missing children, and Scotland.
Yep.
What's the place called? Like the Holly Bush or something?
That was it, yeah. And the thing is then, because she's still in shock about her surprise pregnancy, Yanso uses that to slip in the, I lost a car.
And she's like, yeah, okay, Yanso, yeah, sure you are. Yeah. She gets in the car.
Doesn't go as well the second time he tries that tactic.
No. Yeah. So Yanso does as he's told, and he searches the sort of those phrases, and he triggers an alarm at like a military kind of monitoring station. They're like, hey, Torchwood have searched for Scotland.
Oh, it's a clue.
So back at the Home Office, John Frobisher.
Yep. Not to be confused with Pingu.
With Frobisher the Penguin, yes.
Yeah.
John Frobisher orders Bridget to issue a blank page. And she kind of...
We still don't know the significance of what a blank page means, though, do we?
Yeah, we do. It's the email. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Right, so he slides the folder over to her, and she opens the folder, and it's just a blank page.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks at him as if like, oh, really? And he just looks at her like, yep.
And then she snaps it shut.
She snaps it shut. She's like, yes, sir. And then she walks off. She like does some clacking on a computer, and then she walks away. Obviously, Lois has been watching this, so she logs into Bridget's email, and she sees an email that she sent, and the subject header was blank page.
Yeah.
And then when she clicks on it, it says order to kill.
Yeah.
And then that's when...
Oh, yeah, it's like liquidate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the blank page is essentially the way to order a hit without having anything tie back to you.
What?
Other than the fact that it's now in email form.
Yeah.
In big font saying order to kill.
Yeah, other than the clear paper trail. Why are they killing?
We'll see as we go on.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4 people are on the list. We've got Colonel Michael Sanders, Ellen Hunt, Captain Andrew Staines, and Captain Jack Harkness.
Ooh.
And it does say in brackets next to Jack Harkness, active. I like to think that's his like, he runs.
Yeah,
He's in good shape.
Keeps himself. He's a svelte man. keeps himself in good trim.
So yeah, obviously Lois sees this and she recognizes Jack's name from the phone call.
Yeah.
Earlier, so she knows it's about Torchwoods and that kind of thing. So having alienated his daughter and grandchild, Jack now goes to the hotel.
Good guy, Jack.
This is what I mean, right? Jack is such a tortured character throughout Torchwood. Torchwood, more like tortured. It's he goes through hell in this series, honestly. Awful life, absolutely horrendous existence. Woo. And then every time he shows up in Doctor Who, he's like, hey, it's me, I'm here to make innuendos.
I'm the camp relief.
Yeah.
Man, Rose really fucked him.
He wishes.
I don't think he does.
I don't know. First line Jack has in the entirety of Doctor Who is excellent bottom.
Oh, yeah, true.
While staring at Rose hanging from a blimp.
That's true. Jack will just have anyone that's with a pulse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or without.
Oh.
Probably.
Oh, no. I don't know.
He's done it with robots. So.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I thought you.
I know what you were thinking.
Yeah, I thought you were insinuating that Jack was a necrophiliac. And I'm like, no, don't do that to a boy.
Again, nothing's off the table with this man.
No, let's leave that is for Jack's sake.
Is it off John Barrowman's table?
Let's not do that. Let's not say that.
Right. So Jack goes back to is it St. Mary's or the Heath or whichever freaking hospital it is?
Monarch.
He goes to the Royal Gwent in Newport. And
Prince Charles and Bertha.
Yeah, he wants to question one of the children in the children's ward.
Yeah. A reasonable request for a strange man to come into the hospital and question a child.
Yeah, I'm here to talk to a child, literally any child.
Yep.
Dr. Patanjali says, another ethnic man has died.
It's like when you walk into like the hub world and an NPC that you've started their quest runs up to you and you're just like, no, not now.
Yeah, it's like when you go to Whiterun in Skyrim and you get that guy who's delivering you the mail all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I got a message for you. Your eyes only.
Yeah,
you're like,
I don't care.
Or it's like when you use the the whirlwind sprint shout.
Yeah.
And you use that too much and the guards chasing you to tell you to stop shouting. You're like, leave me alone.
I'm just trying to get to where I need to be.
Yeah. So he says like another Chinese man or something has died. So Jack goes with him to examine the body, and Patanjali like tells the guy in the office to leave. Office. Morgue.
The morgue, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, it's all right, he's got access, he's with me or whatever. So the guy leaves. And as Jack kind of pulls the sheet back to check the body out, Patanjali shoots him in the back.
Yeah, like just straight up, just bang, bang.
Yeah, just bang, kills him. He falls to the floor dead.
Yep.
And that's it. He's dead now. He's gone.
He's gone. That's it.
Yeah.
That was nice. I enjoyed it. That was a really good episode.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was, but yeah. Strong end.
At this
Thanks
point,
to bow my ass. He's dead.
at this point, we're introduced to a woman called Johnson, and she comes in surrounded by armed guards, and she walks in and she stands next to Rupesh, and they're just kind of looking at Jack, and Rupesh is like, do you think it's true what they say about him, that he can never die? And she's like, well, I guess we're going to find out. And then Jack just goes, and just kind of like wakes up, and then she just like shoots.
What? He's back?
Yeah.
No.
Who just saw that
Who'd
coming?
have thunk it? Kill surprise.
Yeah. So she shoots him in the chest and kills him again.
Yeah, pretty cold.
He's just going to keep coming back. She's like, yeah, and I'll keep killing him.
Till he's ready.
Yeah. After she kills him again, she gets him in to use the laser saw to cut
his tummy.
Cut his tummy open, and they implant something in there.
It's like a really fucked up Build-A-Bear.
Yeah. Let's not think about that. Yeah, so they implant something in him, and then they kind of stitch him back up. And Patanjali's obviously revealed to be a spy because he says, like, what are you doing? Why are we changing the plan? I've been working on this for like months.
Don't you want me inside Torchwood?
Yeah, I thought the plan was to get me inside Torchwood. It was the perfect infiltration. I've been doing this for months. Why are we changing the plan last minute? And he says, like, now I'm going to have to, like, go into hiding. And she's like, no, you're not. And he's like, oh, yeah, they're going to come looking for me. And she's like, no, they're not.
He was like, oh.
He looks at her, he's like, oh. Oh no!
Wait.
Wait. And then he books it out the corridor.
Let me tell you something. Gets shot in the back. Goes down like a sack of shit.
He runs down the corridor. She steps out. She goes, sides! All the soldiers set to the sides. And she puts one bullet in his back and he's
Jesus. It was
horrible.
Yeah. So when we first were introduced to him, and I very chippily said, "Oh, is he going to join the team?" and you didn't say anything. Now I understand why.
Yeah. Also, when you said bad doctor, why does he keep giving him access?
Yeah.
Now we know why.
Well, yeah. Bad doctor, bad man.
Yeah.
Dead man.
So at this point, they drag his body in and they put him next to Jack. So they're just two corpses next to each other,
Just chilling.
and they tidy up and they leave.
Yeah.
And then Jack does his typical, like, waking up thing, and he just sees that Rupesh is just dead next to him, and he's like, oh.
He looks down like it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
One
man.
time.
Can I just go somewhere without there being a thing?
Yeah. I just wanted to have a little cheeky glance at a corpse and interview a
I
child.
didn't even want that. I just want to talk to a child.
Yeah, any child. My life for a child.
Jack's entire motivation in this episode is find a child.
Yeah. It's the opposite of when he's introduced.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, because it's an empty child. He's trying to run away for a child the whole time.
Yeah, well...
It's not that deep. Just go with it.
Yeah, okay. If we're going to be serious about this.
I tried to have a little callback to Docky Who.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Fuck me for trying.
So Jack revives, Rupesh is dead. Yeah, he sheds a tear.
Yep.
He doesn't really.
No, he doesn't.
And then he leaves.
Yep.
And he goes back to the hub.
Off he goes.
Back at the hub, Gwen walks in. Yanto's trying to give her an update, and he just Gwen just does not give a shit.
No.
Gwen just walks past him. She's like, yeah, cool,
Yep.
Yanto, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I've got to check something.
And she
real
goes
quick.
into the doctor surgery bit they got, and she
the med bay.
yeah, that's the hospital room.
I'm gonna say the med bay.
The med bay.
Yes.
Yeah. And she goes in and she puts her hand on the alien scanner they got.
Yep.
Scans it and she's like, oh God, I'm pregnant.
Oh, bugger me.
Oh, that's already happened.
3 weeks.
Yeah, so she's pregnant.
Yep.
And she's like, oh, and she's in like shock about it.
Yeah.
She's like, can't speak. And Jack comes in.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, what's going on? And
Yeah.
then he goes in to talk to, or he speaks to Yanto at first, and he's like, I need to talk to Gwen. And he's like, oh, she's already here. She's in there.
Yeah.
So he goes in to talk to her. He sees that she's pregnant on the scanner, and he's like, is that you? And she's like, uh-huh.
We're having a baby.
Yeah, and he's like, well, that's good news, right? And she's like, And it's funny, isn't it? Because based on her reaction, you're like, immediate response is like, oh, she doesn't want this baby.
Yeah.
But then she does come around to it really quickly, and she's like, this is bloody marvelous.
Yeah.
But she's like, it just takes her like,
Well, she has that moment of, but what am I my job? How does it work? And then he just gently holds her hand and goes, it'll be all right.
yeah, we'll sort out. Yanto, we're having a baby.
Yeah. And Yanto, bless it. Actually, this is a point that I did notice. So Yanto comes running in.
Yeah.
And he looks so happy, thinking that Jack's talking to him about them. And then you literally do see his face drop as he looks over at Gwen and realizes, no, they're not having a baby. Gwen's having a baby. And then he's like, oh, congratulations. It's just like so monotone.
Yeah. I do quite like this. This is when Yanto let slip about the car, by the way.
Yes.
He's like, by the way, I lost the company car.
You did what?
Yeah, Jack's like, what? But I do like this moment. The way that Jack tries to comfort her and hold her hand while her hand's on the scanner, and that being the thing that sets off, they're like, oh, you got a bomb in you. I think that's quite nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as forced as it could.
No, it feels like hey, they could have worked this out that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel too much like
I didn't feel that this was someone written into a corner.
scanner ex machina.
Yeah. And it makes sense to be there because Owen used this scanner all the time when he was like scanning bodies and
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
So
cool.
it's not like something that was like invented for this story.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, he inadvertently sands himself and he sees there's like a bomb in his stomach. He tells Gwen and Yanto to get out. They're obviously like, no, because Gwen's like, I'm not gonna leave you, and Jack's like, you got a baby, get out of here. Yanto's like, I'm not gonna leave you.
There'll be nothing of you left.
Yeah, Jack's like, I always come back. And he's like, there'll be nothing of you left. And he's like, I always come back.
Bold statement.
Yeah, so he sends him up, and Yanto's up on the elevator that comes out by the fountain.
Yeah.
This is the only shot of the episode where I'm like, the CGI's not the best.
No, I don't know why they did that.
I think it's because in the other series, this has always been like a practical lift. But I think this is implied to be deeper underground than it's portrayed to be normally.
Right.
Probably because of the size of the explosion, I imagine.
Well, because they literally, which was I don't know why they did it. I am hoping it's going to have a payoff in the next episode, but they did say a radius of 1 mile.
Yeah, I actually...
That's quite a bit.
I wrote something down for this, do you know?
Yeah.
Radius of 1 mile puts it in the Hiroshima little boy range.
That's a lot. That's a big boom.
15 kiloton atomic bomb.
If there's like what I'm getting at now is if we start the next episode and Cardiff isn't primarily a crater,
You're going to be disappointed.
yeah.
No, you are going to be disappointed.
Oh,
Cardiff is not a crater.
is the bay even bashed?
Is the bay even bashed?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay. Well,
I don't know why they specified 1 mile, unless it's implied that the base is meant to be like a mile underground or something. But I'm like,
again, that still would mean there's a mile hole underneath Cardiff, which
that wouldn't contradict anything that comes later.
except the fact that a lot should have fallen into said hole.
We'll get there when we get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jack kisses Yanto. He watches him go up on the elevator and he says, I'll come back. I always do.
Oh.
And then they're all running and the hub explodes.
Yep.
Massive fireball. Gwen goes flying to the ground.
Yep.
And as the music's all building up during this kind of like tense sequence, we cut to all the children who are chanting again. And they say, we are coming. We are coming. And then they say, we are coming back. And then that's it. No, wrong show. No. And yeah, that's it. That's Children of Earth Day 1.
Day 1.
So, with the capability now to kind of expand a bit more and go into spoilers and stuff, how are you feeling episode 1 in?
Yeah, I think it's a solid start to this story that does leave me wanting more, which is, yeah, as I said before, it's more than I can say for Current Who. It was enjoyable. I think the performances were pretty good.
Yep.
Again, it's still there's something about the way it feels is very BBC of the 2000s. It is that kind of.
Does it feel low budget?
It does feel low budget.
Yeah.
But still in a charming way.
It's funny though, because
this
feels high budget in comparison to the first two series. Even, and this sounds silly, but even in just the way the titles come up. You know when Gwen's standing at the ATM and you see the Futura like Eve Miles pop up, and the credits don't just like fade in or whatever, they fade in and the letters kind of separate as well, and it's like there's some animation going on.
It's the little like more attention to detail, and yes,
it feels more cinematic.
Good point to reference. Yes, the use of the world's best font, Futura, by Russell. I'm a sucker for Futura.
He does love his Futura.
I do. I'm a big Wes Anderson fan. What can I say?
Yeah,
I'm a dreadful hipster. Yeah, there's some really good, solid effects for the time.
Yeah. What I quite like about Torchwood is I feel like Torchwood allowed itself to use more. There is some kind of ropey CG in those like early seasons, but I feel like it uses a lot more practical effects than Doctor Who, because I feel like Doctor Who always has a monster.
Yeah.
Where Torchwood doesn't always. Sometimes it'll be like, I don't know. Say for example, there's an episode in series 1 with the monster of the week are fairies, right?
Ooh.
But they, like old kind of like folklore things where fairies aren't these cute little things, they're actually kind of like little gremlins. It's that kind of setup. Mm-hmm. But even though there are fairies in the episode and they are kind of the main threat, they manifest through this child.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing with the fairies are they choose a child to be their like chosen one.
Right.
And anyone who poses a potential threat to this child gets attacked by these fairies and ultimately killed. So even though the fairies are like the threat, we spend a lot of time dealing with the human drama around this kid. So it's one of those things. If it was Doctor Who, you'd spend a lot of time with the big fairy monster.
Yeah.
But because they're not in it that much, I feel like
It gives them more stakes. It makes them feel more.
Well, it's not just that. It's because they're not on screen as much. They get to put more budget onto the short time, so they look better. Because they don't have to stretch that budget over a half hour. They can stretch it over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff where they use a lot of practical effects as well. There's a lot of episodes where there is no alien threat, or if there is an alien threat, it'll be like an alien object.
They do the Jaws thing where less is more, and it's like
Well, I think there's an episode it's episode 3. It's called Ghost Machine, and they find this artifact that lets them kind of witness past events, and they essentially start trying to solve this murder that happened in like the 60s or something.
Right.
But they get to essentially witness the event.
Oh, right.
So it's like this an item has come through the rift. So instead of having to generate this monster, there's basically just this little gadget that was made by the props department, and the rest of it is just human drama.
Cool.
So I think there's a lot of stuff where not only are there fewer examples of bad CGI monsters, but because they use less CG, when they do use it, they can put more budget into it.
Yeah.
So Torchwood, I feel like, kind of holds up a little better than Doctor Who in terms of its effects.
Yeah.
But yeah, Children of Earth doesn't really... It doesn't have a lot of monster stuff going on. There's a little stuff that comes later, but from my memory, it's all practical.
That's pretty good. I'm I'm a sucker for all things practical.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember a lot of CG from this series.
I'm looking forward to what comes next.
Yeah,
It's gonna be.
That's good.
We've got some more weeks.
Yeah,
Some more weeks of this.
we've got 4 more episodes of this.
You get all of your lovely listeners are gonna have to put up with my bullshit for at least another 4 weeks.
I just by the end of this, I want you to be like, hey, do you know what?
We'll try Capaldi.
Not even that. I mean, you should, because Capaldi's great. But I don't even mean that. I just mean I hope you come out of this thinking, I'm glad I watched it.
I mean, so far, so good.
Yeah.
So far, we're heading towards that goal.
Good.
With 1/5 of the way there.
I like this episode, but this isn't an episode that makes me think like, oh my god, this is amazing. I think the highlights for me are episodes.
In fact, don't say, because I don't want to go into expecting stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, add it in post. Just like have a little thing that's like it will play now what Connor actually thought.
2, 3, 4, 5.
There we go.
Yeah,
oh, interesting.
No, all I'll say is, like, I like this episode, but it does a lot of setup.
Yeah.
And I feel like because I was going to try and narrow down an episode then that I think stands out, but to be honest, I think this might be the weakest of them all.
Oh, well,
and that's not because this is a bad episode. It's just because this has a lot of setup to do.
Yeah.
There's less drama involved.
Yeah.
But the other ones I like them a lot, particularly in like the middle. I think it's really good. I've got 2 little bits of trivia for you.
Yeah.
One of them is that Freema Agyeman was originally meant to appear as Martha. Because
really?
Martha was in series 2 of Torchwood.
Oh, was she?
She was
right.
for like 3 episodes. She was in it. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And she was meant to be in this, but she was unavailable because she was filming Law and Order UK.
Oh,
So I think
what a shame.
I think the character of Lois was written in to
Oh, it
to
would
fill
have
in the
been
gap that
Martha.
Martha would have had.
Right.
Obviously,
Oh, what a
Lois is just like
shame.
this assistant, but like
Yeah.
I think Martha would have been getting involved as a unit operative. I feel like is where that was going to go.
Would have been more interesting, I must admit.
Yeah. And the only other one, and I love this little thing, and I controlled myself so much not to point it out when we were watching it.
Okay.
You know when Gwen is driving and she's on the phone with Reese, and Reese is house hunting,
Yeah.
and he's at the property, he says he's waiting for the whatever, and there's a for sale sign next to him.
Yeah.
Did you spot the name on the for sale sign?
No.
So the name on the for sale sign of the estate agent is Frost and Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love that.
Was it? Is that like a intentional?
Well, you think about it, because there's a character in the episode Combat in series 1,
Yeah.
and his name is Mark Lynch, which I assume is a combination of Mark Frost and David Lynch. But yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that the 2 names on this sign are Frost and Lynch,
Oh.
I can only assume is a little Twin Peaks reference.
Yeah.
So
Go on.
based on that, again, it's not addressed. They never mentioned again. It's just the name of the estate agents on
Beautiful.
this sign. But I'm like, I love
Beautiful.
that.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. Yep. Now we just need Coop to turn up.
Carl McLaughlin would be great in Torchwood.
I think he'd be great.
He could be the lead.
Yeah.
He could replace John Barrowman.
He'd be great. He'd be great in. I think he'd be great in most British shows. I think he's got the right energy to like kind of match British sensibilities.
Oh, I'd have loved to see David Lynch do Torchwood.
Oh my god. It would be a weird show.
It would just be Twin Peaks. It would be The Return.
It would, yeah.
It would just be The Return.
And the Cyberwoman would look like something out of his version of Dune.
It'd be just the Gordon Cole Albert plot from The Return.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Barrowman would be replaced by David Bowie as Philip Jeffries.
Ah, yes. Philip Jeffries, what a character.
What a man. What a teapot.
God. If anyone gets that, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for spending your time on Twin Peaks.
You're a real fan.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say or any thoughts you want to share about this first episode?
No, I think we've covered it pretty extensively. I think we've done
Cool.
good.
Yeah.
We've done. I can only apologise to you and Charles for the amount of tangents that I've put into your podcast, and thanks for having me on.
That's okay. Like I say, this was one of those things, right, where this wasn't even necessarily an idea for the pod. Like I say, this was something where I thought, hey, I just want you to watch this.
Yeah, we were just. To be fair, we have said this in the past. We were going to just sit down and watch this.
Yeah, and I thought, well, I want to cover it on the pod at some point anyway. Let's just let's just record it, and we'll do it now. So yeah, I know it's a bit weird that we're just kind of jumping into series 3, but like I said in the beginning, series 1 and 2 feel like a natural kind of like follow on from each other.
Yeah.
In the same way that like Doctor Who series 2 feels like a follow on from series 1, but then Children of Earth is kind of like series 5.
I mean, who knows?
It's like starting with Matt Smith. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like there's little things that maybe have a bit more emotional resonance if you've seen everything up to this point, but you don't need to have watched the David Tennant stuff to watch the Matt Smith stuff.
Well, who knows? If this goes well and we enjoy doing this, maybe we'll look back and I'll stick around for more Torchwood.
Oh, that'd be fun. Like I say, not all of Torchwood's good. There are some kind of like duds in there, but
And
but
that's
there are
part of the fun.
That's what I've said to Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I've said
So maybe
the slogs make it fun.
Yeah. Maybe Captain Curmudgeon will join for more of Torchwood as time goes on.
Yeah, no, there are some really good episodes of Torchwood though.
Yeah.
Some because I'm a sucker for those sci-fi horror one-off kind of like the kind of stories you'd expect in things like Black Mirror and Twilight Zone, like those kind of like anthology kind of
one
things.
shot kind of just nice,
I'm a big sucker for that. So even though I love this Children of Earth, but obviously it's a longer serialized thing where I think because Torchwood typically is just like a Monster of the Week format. There's some really strong things, and it's more so than Doctor Who. I think you want to avoid spoilers for. Yeah, because I feel like I could spoil something in Doctor Who, and you'd be like, oh, I'm kind of annoyed you told me that, but you still kind of enjoy the episode anyway. Yeah. And not that you wouldn't enjoy Torchwood, but I feel like a lot of Torchwood, there's a lot more moments where spoiler would be impactful. Does that make sense?
No, I get what you mean.
A spoiler for us, like series 1, episode 5 of Torchwood.
Right.
I think it's episode 5, Countryside. I'm not going to tell you for obvious reasons.
Obviously.
But there's a certain thing that happens, a certain reveal in the end of that episode that I feel like you need to experience the episode for the first time without knowing it.
Okay. Well, I won't do any research into Torchwood at all. I will go in blind if we are going to end up doing the rest of these.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Cool. But yeah, I guess that's it for day 1.
For day 1, remember to check out Bonding on all podcast platforms.
Yes.
So
what a smooth segue.
Thank you very much. Should we go get some Popeyes, Connor?
I've been told I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, but is that going to stop us?
Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Right. So thank you all very much for listening. We appreciate you very much as always. Don't forget to drop a like down below. You can comment anything you have to say. Say something rude to James. He loves that.
No, don't.
Say something nice to James. He loves that.
Thank you.
Say something nice about Torchwood. Watch Torchwood.
Any other instructions?
Not enough people watch Torchwood.
True.
It's good. I like it. But yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next episode where the Torchwood team will find themselves on the run. But until then, stay safe. Stay away from creepy school children.
Stay away from children, yeah. Leave them alone.
Stay away from children, whether they're standing there motionless or just don't say you want to interrogate a child.
Yeah, don't demand to interrogate children.
Yeah. Stay away from your own children.
Yeah, gross.
Icky.
Yeah, man, they're just harbingers of disease.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And on that note, goodbye.
Bye.